It's Jay from Two Dudes Reviews, and today we're reviewing the H1. Yes, it's the H1 from Zoom, from Amazon.com. This package deal here is actually a pretty damn good deal, about $140 for the H1. Kind of the cheaper version of the H2. The H2 I've had is pretty rigid. This package comes with a set of what is it, Resident Audio headphones? Yeah, the R100. It's nice to give you the frequency response. You know, I'll tell you, the box does look pretty fancy-dancy for these particular headphones. And it's always nice when you have a set of full-ear headphones, depending upon the quality. If you get a full set of, full-ear headphones to go with your recording software, nice to have when you're doing podcasting or you're doing interviews or what have you. You got the warranty card in there. Now, the headphones, some of the reviews that I've read on these things say they're incredibly cheaply made. I've heard people talk about this little adapter here, the 1/4-inch to mini plug adapter, in case you're going into a 1/4-inch on a mixing console or whatnot. It tends to be faulty. I can say that personally, I like having a straight cord from the headphones over a curlicue cord, because the curlicue, after a while, it's just like those old telephones that they made back in the 60s and 70s. The damn curlicue always gets out of whack, and then it looks funny, and it's to me it always gets in the way. If you have too much cord here, my favorite thing to do, so you're not tripping all over it, kind of flimsy when I put them on my ears, is just put a rubber band around the cord. Take out as much cord as you need, put a rubber band around the rest so you're not tripping on it. Here's a problem. Yep. The right side opened up just fine, but I can't get the damn right side closed. And again, they're made out of plastic, so I really feel like I'm going to break it if I try and push these closed a little too hard. And I certainly don't want to break these new headphones. Once I did get them situated on my ears, they were relatively comfortable. And I did try some of the practice audio, listening to myself as I spoke, and it sounded okay. Second thing you're going to find here in the box is the accessories. Now, these are pretty cool. You have a relatively rugged tripod that's included in this thing, which is pretty cool. A lot of different extras and add-ons here. You got a mic sock, a wind sock as some would call it, to keep you from popping your P's and your S's from sounding too S-y. I don't know if you're like Obama and you like to whistle all your S's. This might help with some of that. I'll show you what's inside the box here. It's the box inside of a box. Why they do that, I do not know. So it's cool. You have the carrying case for the Zoom H1. However, when you have the mic sock on, there's no way in heck that the carrying case is going to fit the mic sock or any of the other accessories in there. It would have been nice if they provided a case that you could carry the H1 and the tripod and the mic sock and some of the accessory cables and all that stuff together with it, but such is not the case. I'll show you how big this thing is. Let's just say not very. You do have, your purse holder thing, your wrist holder for your MRS. If you want to walk around a convention holding this thing like a dweeb, feel free. Now this is one of the old school USB cables. This would be your power cable. If you want to power the H1, if you're going to be in one place for a long period of time, and instead of going through a million AA batteries, you'd rather just go ahead and plug it in, you can do that with this handy cable right here. It's also good for transferring the MP3 or WAV audio from the Zoom device into your computer. You can simply hook that up. Your computer will see it as an external hard drive or as an external audio source. Here's the AC adapter. You'll notice pretty simple. It's light. It's plastic. It's a simple adapter. One end plugs into the wall. You've got a USB port on the other. Not sure if this USB adapter would work to power any of your other devices, but knock yourselves out if you want to give it a shot. Standard USB adapter there. Also not sure if you can use other USB adapter heads with your Zoom. I wouldn't try it. This is if you want to hold onto the microphone. Now, the tripod stand where the screw comes in there is actually, it's not in the bottom where you would think of the Zoom. It's actually on the side of the Zoom, which would make interviewing a little awkward unless there's only one person talking. And here's the mic sock. Now, The windsock seems a little shallow, to be honest with you. The top of this, it doesn't look like it was made exactly for the Zoom, if I'm being honest. It could have been a little longer. And then, of course, you have a warranty card for all that stuff. Or maybe some contact information. And the Holy Grail. This is the Zoom H1. All right, looks pretty snazzy. It definitely looks very, very similar to the H2. It comes with Cubase and Wavelab. The LE versions you can download if you've never used that type of software to edit audio. Might be worth a download. I tend to use Audacity because it's super, super simple and it's free. Or I use Adobe Audition when I'm doing the fancier, schmancier stuff. And oh my God, a ton of paperwork in here. I'll show you first. They do include a micro SD card, which is kind of cool. Those things, for whatever reason, can be expensive. Best place to buy your micro SD card, you got it, Amazon. Yeah, it's a small one. It's a 2 gig, but if your recording format is MP3, you can get like 35 hours worth of recording time on a 2 gig micro SD card. Only about 3 hours if you're recording in WAV format, which just for spoken audio, I don't know that there's really a benefit recording in WAV format. You really can't tell the difference in my humble opinion. Lots of different, like I said, warranty stuff. It didn't tell me the specs on how big of an SD card the Zoom can take. I did notice on the box it says it will accept up to a 32 gig SD card. Here's your download code for the Cubase, which is one recording software program, and here's another download code for the Cubase, or maybe the instruction manual for the Cubase. Like I said, I don't use either one. And then here's your download card that gives you the key for Wavelab. I've seen a couple of actually pretty cool videos on Wavelab. And then here's the instruction guide for the H1. I found it very, very simple to set up. You can set up your time and date. Tells you how to make markers on things. However, you can only do a mark on something if it's a WAV file that you're recording as. It will set markers. So when you're listening back, if you want to set marks during an interview or whatever and jump right to that part of the interview, you can get to it pretty quickly. Again, looks very, very similar to the H2. The big difference is this one has that cage around the two microphones. And there are the buttons, right? Forward, rewind, play, stop. You have a low-pass filter in case you're in a windy, noisy area. There is a speaker right there, an external speaker. You can also, with a click of the button, instead of having to choose something digitally, tell it whether or not you want the format to be WAV or MP3. Here's your micro SD card. There's a charger input right there, so if you want to, not charger, but the power input. And then the two microphones. Don't be confused. It looks like it might be chrome or metal. It is not. It is cheap plastic. Again, it's $140 for this entire set here. Just the mic alone, I think I saw it for about 99 bucks. I kind of wanted all the other accessories. And then they give you this package of other random crap that some of us need, some of us don't. This is it's an RCA to many plug adapter. So if you're going into a mixer, you can go out of your Zoom and right into a mixer or into any type of an audio player that takes RCA inputs. Here's a many to many cord. If you're, going many input to something, and a battery. They say it's a test battery just to get you started. This is the sheet from the company, Austin something or other, Austin Bazaar. They're not in Austin, by the way. I think they're out of Phoenix. And polish cloth? Yeah. Not sure exactly what the polish cloth is for. Anyhow, that's pretty much it. It's the Zoom. The battery compartment right here. Takes one AA battery. Not sure how long that one AA battery will last. I would imagine for a couple hours at least, right? I've been using it right now, and I'll show you some of the stereo. I've been using it for about an hour, and I still have a full battery charge. It is stereo, so you can hear me over on this side. You can hear me over on this side. Oh, and did I mention that this entire review is being conducted using audio from the Zoom? So there you go. There's my review of the Zoom H1 bundle from Amazon.